Hey guys, we finally did it. You freaking mad lads. 50,000 people decided that my stupid ass voice was worth listening to week after week. I don't know why you think I deserve this, because I really don't. Those of you that follow my channel closely might know that it's been an emotional few weeks, to put it lightly. My channel got a community guidelines warning, then a strike, then the strike got taken down. Thank God, but I mean, I'm not surprised, right? I don't think anyone's surprised here. I'm still learning what's okay and not okay to talk about and to show. But I don't want you to worry about that. That's for me to lose sleep over. But it was a whole thing. The point is, I had a really cool idea for the 50,000 milestone video. But because it got delayed so many times, I kept thinking of new ways to flesh out the idea, and it just became this whole thing where I was never gonna get it done. So I'm still making the video, obviously, you're watching it right now. But the cool idea I had is gonna have to be saved for a little bit later down the line, maybe 100,000. It's gonna take a long time to plan out, so maybe even, I don't know, further beyond 100K if we ever get that far. We also made it to 50 way faster than I thought we would, so I thought I had more time.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
But anyway, I still wanted to give you something enjoyable, just a casual AMA. So, one last thing before we get started. Literally, right as I sat down to record this, somebody came into my Discord and told me that in the Big Dick Conspiracy video, the link I provided to the Big Dick Guide, do not go to that website. You need to omit the from that link. Just bigdickguide.com. Because the Big Dick Guide takes you to a scam website, apparently. So, do not go there. If you need to go there and learn about the great underwear they have for people with bigger dongs, go to Big Dick Guide. No the. Anyway, 50,000 video time. So kick back, relax, and let's just get into it. Do you do your own research? Yes, we do everything in-house here at Lavender Coffee HQ. Well, except the music, that's all royalty free. I keep getting a ton of comments being like, haha, you snuck in the Pokemon Scarlet theme there. No, I didn't. Everything you hear outside of a meme is royalty free on YouTube Studio, so I think you guys are just losing it. But if we do happen to cover a topic where we're unequipped to give our own opinion, we'll likely bring in an outside source. Like for the boobs video, I don't have boobs. Shocking. So I brought in a woman that I know in real life to talk about her experience. Also, I didn't announce it on this channel, but I did collaborate with another YouTuber, Sally Pride Drag. We collabed with her on a South Park video about conversion therapy, specifically aimed at the trans community. So go check that video out. I think it turned out really good. And you might say, wait, but I thought your videos were unbiased. They are, except for at the end of the video, where I sort of get all this research together, I look at it all, one big picture, and I give my personal opinion on it. So it's the research in conjunction with my own life experience. At least, that's currently the plan. The way I do research now, I want to make it a bit better, so things like those scam sites don't fall through the cracks. But we'll work on it. But that was a good question. What made you decide to do videos about sex education? So as I said in the abstinence video, I received very not skibbity sex education as a kid. Basically, non-existent. I understand it's uncomfortable for some people to talk about, but not for me. And I know I'm not the only one. So I figured as long as I have a platform to speak on these topics, I might as well. I can give others the proper sex education that I never got. Sex education that really appeals to the modern day teenager. I don't make my videos for kids, or for anyone under the age of 18. I make my videos for whoever needs to hear them. If you're a parent and you'd rather your kid hear something else other than what I'm saying in my videos, block my channel. So I do it to provide sex education for people that might want to listen. Also, it makes us more money. I mean, that's not the main reason. What are we gonna spend that money on anyway? Chipotle? Yeah, probably Chipotle. Thanks to you guys, a video about penis iceberg has paid for approximately 92 Chipotle burritos, so thank you. What species is Candles? I don't remember if I covered this in the first AMA. I might have forgotten to. No, I did, didn't I? Whatever, I don't remember. The answer, anyway, has sort of changed. First, she didn't have a species, but now I've sort of changed my mind. I think she does. I know what it is, but I'm gonna keep it a secret from now on. I'm currently developing the lore behind my characters, and that's not an answer I want to reveal just yet. But for fan art purposes, you're welcome to draw her as any species you want. I've seen Candles as a cat, as a dog, as a sheep, as a rabbit, all very cool interpretations. Where does Candles' design come from? So Candles came about from years and years of just constant redesigns. Starting out, she looked like whatever character we were using from our old Instagram account that week. We had to redraw every position, every video, for like 5 or 6 videos, and it was a nightmare. I did that until I had the brilliant idea of being smart, and now I use like a template file. So if you're curious, this is what Candles looked like in her first consistent design. She went from blue to tan to plum colored, which is what she's gonna stay for the future. Opinions on Garfield? Yeah, he's pretty cool, I suppose. Will you ever go back to reviewing movies and TV? Alright, so I'm just gonna take the JonTron approach to answering this question. It's not that I won't ever do a movie or TV review again, but for now, there's been a clear shift in interest away from those. I still somewhat enjoy talking about movies and TV, and if I had the drive and infinite free time, I would make an hour-long video on the Sonic 3 trailer. I just busted watching it, by the way. But the whole movie and TV review topic is more rooted in entertainment. Purely entertainment. No education anywhere in there, usually. Plus, I don't know if you noticed, but over the few years, it really seems like everyone and their grandma does movie reviews, right? It's too easy. It's popular because it's easy to do. All you need is B-roll of a movie, which you can use if it falls under fair use and you're commentating on it, and just your voice. That's it. You could be the next Jeremy Jahns or Chris Stuckman. But with that territory comes a much more difficult time staying out as a unique creator. It is oversaturated, so this isn't saying no, I'm never going to go back to it, but it's a not right now. Will you cover more LGBTQ+ topics?
Yes!
I'm trying to hit the biggest topics first. When you think of modern sex education and sex hangups. You know, hookup culture, penis size, porn addiction, very basic stuff. But eventually, I will branch out further into topics that are specific to the Pride community, such as, you know, what's the difference between normal sex, gay sex? What are the positions best used by homosexual couples? There's a lot of interesting questions we could delve into, but like I said earlier, if I do that, I want to bring in a specialist, because I am currently a straight, cisgender, white 20-something. Literally the least qualified person on the planet to talk about some of these topics. You know, we want to do these topics justice, so we're not going to go full throttle on them until we've gained a little more experience with our YouTube career. Speaking of which, do you plan on going full-time with YouTube? Honestly, it really depends on how things go, you know? How successful the Patreon is when I eventually set that up, how monetizable my videos can remain in the future, because, you know, after the strike, we're kind of on shaky ground already. And, you know, what kind of day job can I find once I graduate college and T-minus 1 year from now? I'm a bit nervous about going full-tilt YouTuber, because it's such a fickle job, and I have seen so many creators hit it big with their YouTube career, and they instantly become a predator, or just kind of lame.
Would you rather just have a straight penis?
It's a fickle job. I mean, in this economy, what isn't a fickle job at this point? But it's especially true for a channel like mine, where I'm already towing the line when it comes to community guidelines. I admit it, I'm towing them, but it's necessary. It's a good question. I'm glad you guys asked this question. And I'll give you an update as soon as I know for sure what the plans are. I'm not going to scale back production unless I get a day job and it's more demanding. I hope that doesn't happen, because I really enjoy making these videos. They're the best part of my day. So, we'll see. Do you actually like to drink lavender coffee? So here's the thing about lavender coffee. It usually tastes like ass. So no, I don't enjoy drinking it for real. The only lavender coffee that I've actually enjoyed was from the old college I transferred from. I went to a different college my first year, then went to this current college for the next 3 years. Well, I'm in my last year now. It just started. That first college always added cinnamon to their lavender coffee, which honestly made it really good. And Starbucks lavender coffee is okay. Their lavender cold foam is actually peak, but other than that, it's fine. It's sweeter than real lavender flavoring usually is, in my experience. And on that topic, if you were one of those people wondering where the channel name came from, Lavender Coffee, that's pretty much where it originated. Went to this little coffee place on campus, was really good, and I literally had notes in my journal I was taking during a film class, and I was trying to figure out the perfect name for this channel. And it went from Rainbow Reviews to The Coffee House to Lavender Coffee. Basically, I wanted a channel name that evoked a feeling of comfort, and that's what I landed on. Actually, you could say the same for my name too, Candles. I just thought it carried this sense of warmth and comfort, which is something us introverts need. So, there you go. Which content creators inspired you? Saberspark, CellSpecs, LS Mark, The Roundtable, all of them PNG tubers. I really enjoyed how they made their videos, and I wanted my channel to be like theirs. In the realm of PNG tubers, the actual approach to it can vary quite a lot. Some spend a lot of time getting their avatars to look exactly like them and exactly stylized. Others put in a bit less effort, and it's more about the vibe. And these are all valid ways of approaching these types of videos. Me, personally, I already had the horny Instagram drawings going, and that's what I knew how to draw. So I was willing to spend literal years getting this design to look as good as possible. I liked the idea of having my avatar change outfits every single video. It doesn't add a whole lot of value to the overall, video itself. Outside of making every video distinct and memorable, it's just a way for me to inject a bit of my own creativity into every single video. That's it. What will you do when you run out of sex education topics? You think we're ever gonna run out? I mean, really, once we cover every major facet of this huge topic, which, conservatively speaking, would be like 2,000 videos, then we'll cover every single fetish under the sun, which is probably another 500. Then we'll move on to other minority groups, and we'll take every video I made on sex education and add another 2,000 for gay couples, where I'll bring in guest speakers. Then I'll do one for the trans community. Then I'll do one for asexual individuals. So I think we're good. But if we do ever run out of things to say, then we'll probably pivot into other mental health topics. Burnout, finding purpose in life, things like that. If you have any ideas for videos, sex related or not, let me know and I'll add it to the list. What happened to the dogs, Jasmine and Matcha? Some of you newer subscribers might not know who I'm talking about. Not very long ago, I used to have these dogs in the backgrounds of my videos next to Candles. Jasmine, the gray one, Matcha, the tan one. Both very cute, and I was proud of the animations I made for them. They're still here and a part of the lore, but they won't be appearing in any video for a while. I just kind of can't figure out a way to use them, and once I get better at hand-drawn animation, I'll figure out a way to put them back in my videos. You might occasionally see Jasmine pop up in this little graphic right here, but that's about it for now. Will you ever do sponsorships? Honestly, I don't know about you, but I get really annoyed when I see the same companies sponsoring the same YouTubers. I understand you gotta do what you gotta do to pay the bills. I'm not gonna name any of them because I don't want to burn any bridges, but you know the ones I'm talking about. If I ever do a sponsorship, there's two conditions. One, I have to unironically love and already use their product. If I'm selling it to you, I have to actually believe in it. And number two, the company in question is not allowed to touch the script for my videos. I will not be censored in any way. I'd rather have the video removed than I say something and not actually mean it. The great thing about YouTube for me is that it's not censored in any way. I refuse for it to be censored, except the last video where I showed an image, but that was just because I showed something on screen. I think the actual topic I was talking about, sex positions, is okay to talk about, but I showed pictures several times, so I just removed the whole thing. But now, I know what to do for sure. Are you a furry? So, there's different levels to being a furry. There's those of us who just like anthro designs, and it stops there. I hate to break it to you guys, but if you can tolerate and even enjoy movies like Zootopia or The Bad Guys, then you're kind of a low-level furry. Oh no, what do I do? Too bad. At the next stage, you have those of us who enjoy expressing ourselves with a furry OC. That's where I am. Then you have the furries who like to wear the fursuits and go to conventions. And then you also have some people who are able to consume furry 34 and anthrocorn. This group is outside of this whole diagram, but can also fit into any level of said diagram. And there's a lot more people in this group than they're willing to admit. What's been my favorite video I've made so far? Honestly, probably the original duck size video. It has my favorite original meme that I've come up with so far. Basically, longer ducks don't make that much of an impact. I literally had to take a break just to laugh at it because there's something about it. I don't know what it is. The pairing of these two characters should never happen, but it did. And also that video is pretty well structured, I think. It has very little fluff in it. We had a lot of fun making that one. And finally, any merch plans? Don't worry guys, I will let you know the second the candle's body pillow is done. We'll get to it eventually.
I'll take your entire stock!
And that was the 50k AMA video. Probably very short. I'll be surprised if it hits 15 minutes. Sorry it wasn't as long as the usual video. I'm just eager to get back to the regular sex ed content. I've got a lot of ideas I've been cooking up, and I really want to get to them. So, I hope you enjoyed this short little celebration video. I really do love answering your questions, even if they tend to repeat a lot. Remember, we've got a Discord server, an Instagram, and Patreon coming soon. So, I will see you in the next video. I love you all. Good night.